So check out weather, get ready to the beach. 어차피 습도는 120%, 비가 오든 눈이 오든 상관없이. Even if it rain, it's okay cloudy. 어차피 습도는 120%. Even if it rain, it's okay cloudy. 어차피 습도는 120%. Walk up early in the morning. So check out weather, get ready to the beach. 한시분의 막걸리면 우린 오케이. 지금 흐르는 게 땀인지 눈물인지. To be a drink, happy hour is the happiness. Just dive into the ocean. Walk up early in the morning. So check out weather, get ready to the beach. 어차피 습도는 120%, 비가 오든 눈이 오든 상관없지. Even if it rain, it's okay cloudy. 어차피 습도는 120%. Even if it rain, it's okay cloudy. 어차피 습도는 120%. Walk up early in the morning. So check out weather, get ready to the beach. 한시분의 막걸리 한잔 하나 갑소. 지금 흐르는 게 땀인지 눈물인지. 맥주 두 잔 해피아워, 그것이 우리의 행복. Just dive into the ocean. Just dive into the ocean.
안녕 여러분, me llamo CYRRCA. 안녕 여러분. 안녕. 얼어 죽어도 나는 아이스 아메리카노. Tu sabes mi foto en Milano. 죽었다 해도 나는 아메리카노. 얼어 죽어. 얼어 죽어도 나는 아이스 아메리카노. Tu sabes mi foto en Milano. 죽었다 해도 나는 아메리카노. 얼어 죽어. 아이스 아메리카노. 아이스 아메리카노. 뭐를 먹었지? 넌 또 누구지? D'accord, c'est la vie, monsieur, ma vie. Je pense donc je suis, non. Je suis donc je suis, oui. are too small for my zapatos. Pero no me gusta el bravado. Ice americano shot.
If you're listening, whoa, today is gonna be the day. 'Cause I missed the bright side.
You're listening to GECKO Radio, Jeju Morning Alternative.
Good morning, Jeju. It is May 7th, 2026. I'm your host, Mark Wilson-Che, and I hope you are having a fantastic Thursday this morning. The sun is coming out, and things are looking good. Things are looking real good. I'm rested. I had some apple slices to get me a morning boost. With that said, why don't we just kick things off with our first song to get our morning boost? This is Hathaway, The Police. Didn't mean to do that. I hit the wrong button. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of GECKO Radio. My goodness. Okay, song done. Song done. This kind of stuff is gonna happen. I'm a producer here, so I'm hitting all the buttons. So you gotta hang in. That surprised me as well. Well, welcome back. Good morning, GC, and welcome back to GECKO Radio, Jeju Morning Alternative. I'm your host, Mark Wilson Che. I am the producer. As you can see, I'm controlling all the things, and I was like ready to cue the button, and I just hit the wrong one and just shut off the video. So, you know, that kind of stuff is gonna happen. Yeah. Oh man. Oh no. Last Thursday was our crazy day too. Yeah. So let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx it. Let's try not to have too many, knock on wood, crazy technical difficulties today. Actually, it has been kind of crazy, even this morning with the script writing. So I guess Thursday is the designated weird day. Welcome everybody. Welcome. We are recording live from the Global Education City on Jeju Island. And it is, Thursday, May 7th. And this is episode 9. Episode 9, everybody. How cool is that? We're almost into double digits. I actually heard from another another parent yesterday that they also use this show to help wake up their two kids. They don't get out of bed whenever she asks, but ever since our show started, they cue it up on their big screen TV and they turn the volume up, and because they hear my voice, they wake up. So that's fantastic. We can never end. We can never stop now, because that's like at least three kids that I know that use this as a morning alarm. So this is awesome. It really means a lot that happens, because that's how I did it back in the day, right? I mean, that's what GECKO Radio is for. It's your all English morning show for the GEC community. Oh, forgot to take off the nameplate. There we go. That was Hathaway, The Place, by the way, the song. Yeah, it's for expats, English learners, parents, students, teachers, and anyone who wants to start the day with a bit of Jeju flavor and a little bit of local news, and also to hear some really cool local artists as well. We'll get into that later, but we're really happy with the amount of artists that are supporting us. It's Thursday, so we're just about over the midweek hump. That's just, one more push to Friday. That's true. Thursday feels kind of nice because we're about to get into Friday. Hopefully you're settling into the routine after the Children's Day break. I know SJA had their sports day, so I asked on the chat, how did your team do? How was sports day? Did you crash pretty hard afterwards? Did you pass out really hard? So yeah, kind of a slower start this day. I know yesterday was also a late day for kids. I also I saw online that the third graders at SJ were doing some camping. They did some a camping thing on campus, so that is cool too. Let me know if you're from a different school, KIS, BHA, SJ. Please let me know if you are if you're doing anything. Okay, so what are we here for? We're here to keep you in the loop about what's happening around Jeju, local news, upcoming events, hidden gems worth checking out, daily trivia, weather, Jeju life hacks, and music. Yep, and in Korea and beyond. So wherever you are this morning, getting ready for school, driving through the GEC, packing lunch, making coffee, easing into work, or just trying to wake up, we got you covered. This is kind of our template format that we're using every morning. We're going to do that for the next, I think, month or so, just because we just as hopefully new listeners come in, we're going to kind of repeat this a lot. So you're going to hear a lot of the same stuff in the morning. We do have an update though on the time, and we're going to say this again throughout the episode. We actually have cut it back down to just an hour, from 7 to 8 a.m. It was an executive decision. It was just because it was really hard on the writing, and it was hard to keep it, to make it that long, to an hour and 30. So I think before we get super comfortable, and so before we should get super comfortable, make it a nice tight hour. So we are only going to run from 7 to 8 a.m. from now. And then if we really get a good handle on, pardon me, on our script and we can fill everything in. We got too much all the time. Then we'll bump it up to an hour and a half. But for right now, it'll just be 7 to 8 a.m. I know some people might be disappointed by that, but please understand, it's just to make sure we have it tight and make sure our script is good. Okay. This is GECKO Radio. I'm the producer, as I said. You can follow me at GECKO Radio Jeju and at Makia. That's my personal account. Writer Jeju Jade, Henya Jeju Jade, and my wife. That's at Jeju Jade. On Instagram. You can also follow her and her buddy Migu Kenya, who's also a really cool content creator on the platform, and she does a lot of Henya stuff, so do check it out. And their podcast, Henya Hangout, so look out for a new episode. Okay, so yes, like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and because we're just doing an hour, let's move right on to the weather, okay? So let's do it. Now, yes, that's my lovely dog, Neela. I think she's always excited for the weather forecast. Let's take a look around Jeju for Thursday, May 7th, shall we? After yesterday's bright skies, today's bringing in a bit of a shift. Down in Daejeong, the morning is a bit milder, around 14 to 16 degrees, with more cloud cover moving in. I mean, yeah, it looks lovely outside, but I can see some clouds coming in. And it was quite dark this morning, but now the sun's coming out, but there are clouds there. Okay. As we head into the day, temperatures should top out around 19 to 20 degrees. That's lovely. Yesterday was lovely, right? Yesterday was real nice, really nice. So it might be one of those days again, right? It's going to be comfortably spring-like, but not quite as sunny as yesterday. But that shouldn't stop you from wearing your sunscreen, right? Expect mostly cloudy skies with a chance of light rain or passing showers, especially later in the morning and into the afternoon. Okay, it's one of those days where it might look okay when you leave the house, but you'll be glad you brought an umbrella just in case. Interesting. So if you got those little like retractable, little cylindrical umbrella guys, that'd be good. Actually, you should just always have one in your car by default, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Through the evening, temperatures will ease back down to around 15 degrees, so a light jacket is still a good call, especially with the added breeze and damp air. Overall, Daejeong is looking at a mild, slightly gray spring day with a chance of an on and off showers. Okay, so yes, take an umbrella. Take an umbrella, okay? You never know. Yeah, Jeju, you really never know when it comes to weather. Jeju City, or Jeju-shi, will follow a similar pattern to us, mostly cloudy with occasional light rain and highs around 20 degrees. Seogwipo may feel a bit more humid on the south side, with clouds sticking around and a slightly higher chance of drizzle. Seungsan, over on the east coast, should also stay mostly cloudy, with brief showers possible during the day. Okay, and if we're getting into air quality, it's looking moderate again, though any rain should help clear things out a bit. So the big picture, a softer, cloudier version of Jeju Spring, a softer, cloudier version than yesterday, and with a slight chance of showers, so do be careful. We got mild temperatures, less sunshine, and like I said, pardon me, a small chance of rain, so do plan accordingly. All right, moving on. We got the fun part of the day. It is the question of the day. The question of the day, okay? And this has to do with our overall theme, okay? So do check this out. We got our question, beep boop, right here. Okay. The question is, in Korea, people often go gosari hunting, gosari, right, in the spring to collect wild bracken shoots. But why is gosari usually boiled, soaked, and often dried before people eat it? Try not to look this up, right? Try not to look this up. Try not to cheat. You know, try to just guess, because we give you multiple choices here. We give you multiple choices, right? Right? There's a 1 in 4 chance here. So again, in Korea, people often go gosari hunting in the spring to collect these wild bracken shoots. But why is it usually boiled, soaked, and often dried before people? Why don't we eat it raw? Why don't we eat it raw? Okay, we got 4 choices: to make it taste sweeter, to remove bitterness and natural toxins, to make it turn green, to help it grow back faster. Okay, those are the 4 answers. So there you go. That is our question of the day. So we have people already answering. Fantastic. So we're going to leave that on. We're going to move on into our next song. So that is our question of the day. And this is Blah Blah by 우싸이드.
What you talking about? I don't hear sound. Come on, bow wow. 모두 말 많아. Just wanna drop. 인생의 drama. What you talking about? I don't hear sound. Come on, bow wow. 모두 말 많아. Just wanna drop. Happy drama. They talking too much. Just turn it down. Shh. 모두 upside down. 한 판의 게임 같은 roll the dice like a gamble. 도파민 bomb my turn. 같이 사지 한 발라 마치 다시 원식이 이미 반찬하지. 반칙 따위 피식 넘기지 빨리 미리 tic업해줄 너의 future 영예인. That's me. 말하던지 just live it up. 내 모습이대로 이 리듬 그대로 I don't give a what. 이 느낌 그대로 뭐라 하던지 just live it up. 내 모습이대로 이 리듬 그대로 I don't give a what. 이 느낌 그대로 blah blah say what blah blah keep talking blah blah 계속 말해봐 내가 네 말을 듣나 봐라. What you talking about? I don't hear sound. Come on, bow wow. 모두 말 많아. Just wanna drop. 인생의 drama. What you talking about? I don't hear sound. Come on, bow wow. 모두 말 많아. Just wanna drop. Happy ending drama. Who got the rule? I got the key for 모든 정답이 closer. 해보지 않고서도 떠들어대는 니들 모두 party pooper. 흔들어봐 들리지 않아 내 귀에 candy no easy can't sleep. 계속 찌꺼려봐 I can't hear ya. 뭐라고? 말하던지 just let it out. 내 모습이대로 이 리듬 그대로 I don't give a what. 이 느낌 그대로 뭐라 하던지 just let it out. 내 모습이대로 이 리듬 그대로 I don't give a what. 이 느낌 그대로 blah blah say what blah blah keep talking blah blah 계속 말해봐 내가 네 말을 듣나 봐라.
GECKO Radio in the morning, the only station out of the GEC Jeju.
All right. Yes, the only radio station based out of Jeju. If you are joining us, thank you so much for joining us today on May 7th. So we are just returning back. That was another fun song by 우싸이드. We are so happy that they've joined us. He's been super supportive and following, and he's got a massive library, and he brings such a really cool sound to the show. It's got a mix of like 2000s, 2010s, hip hop, and also very modern hip hop as well. He's very good, and he offers free hip hop classes on the island, and we talked about that yesterday. But yeah, incredible dude. So please check him out at 우싸이드. That's at WOOSIDE on Instagram. He's got a lot of stuff. He's always putting out work, and he's very supportive. So thank you so much. All right. So we are moving on again to the question of the day. Question of the day, right? Anybody else? Okay, we have at least one answer here, okay? So once again, in Korea, people often go gosari hunting in spring to collect wild bracken shoots. That's what we call that in English, bracken shoots. But even if you say that to like an English speaker, I feel like a small percent would even know what that is, right? Because it's not a practice that many Westerners, especially Americans, do, right? So you're like, hey, I go wild bracken shoot hunting. They're just like, we're not, is that a type of bird or something? Because we Americans love our hunting. So I don't know. But anyways, yes, wild bracken shoots. But why is gosari usually boiled, soaked, and often dried before people eat it? To make it taste better, to remove bitterness and natural toxins, to make it turn green, or to help it grow back faster? Okay, we do have at least one answer here. We have Haley Kim and probably Ihan. Okay. And also Miku Kenya says she's heard them called fiddleheads. I've heard that too, actually. I've heard that too. At least I read that. I read that, fiddleheads. The answer is B, ding, 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 to remove bitterness and natural toxins. Very good. 10,000 cool points to Haley Kim and Ihan. Disperse it however you guys want to do that. However you want to divvy out the points between you two. Okay, that's not up to me. That's up to you guys. I don't want to get in the middle of that. Okay, well done, well done. So yes, you gotta boil them to get rid of the bitterness and also the actual poison. The poison, right? So gosari equals young bracken fern shoots, or as Miku Kenya said, she's also heard them called fiddleheads. Yes, I've heard of that too, actually. I read it. The people hunt is the young curled shoot, right? Before it opens into a full fern, right? And here we go. Beep. Look at this guy. This guy has done it. Yeah, this was April 2023. You can tell because I had super long hair back then, but I went gosari hunting and I had a pretty huge haul there. Yeah. The part people hunt is the young curled shoot before it opens into a full fern. In Korean cooking, it has that earthy, chewy, almost mountain vegetable flavor, which is why it shows up in dishes like bibimbap, yukgaejang, and gosari namu. Now, the reason it gets boiled, soaked, rinsed, and often dried is mainly because bracken contains natural compounds that you want to reduce before eating. The big one usually discussed is, oh my goodness, okay, I don't know if this is a silent P. Tequiloside, PT, tequiloside, a water-soluble compound linked to cancer risk in animal studies. Bracken has been classified by IARC as possibly carcinogenic to humans. So yeah, wash that out, boil that out. That sounds intense, but the traditional prep makes sense because some of these compounds are water-soluble. Nice. Boiling in plenty of water, discarding that water, rinsing, and soaking helps lower the amount. Hong Kong Center for Food Safety gives the same basic risk reduction logic. Boil fiddleheads in a generous amount of water, discard the water, and avoid overdoing bracken products. So there you go. Now, who here in the chat, who is listening, have you ever gone gosari hunting? And look at here. Here's it prepped, right? We know this. This is after you rinse it and boil it, and then you cook it. There you go. Yeah. But let's go back to this picture. Have you ever gone hunting? Have you done it? There's a couple hunting tips. Only pick where you're technically allowed. I mean, you don't want to get a slap on. I'm sure they're not going to bring the brigade to tell you to. They'll probably ask you just to stop. But yeah, just pick where you're allowed. It's growing in the mountain doesn't necessarily mean it's free. You could be on private property, so you do have to be careful about that, especially, yeah, for sure, because folks own a lot of land around here. Sometimes they own entire odoms on private property, so that's something you have to worry about. Now, you want to look for the young curled shoots, not open ferns. That's kind of an obvious one, but if you're not too familiar, it's just something, of course, to know. The good eating stage is what you see in this photo right here, before it fully opens. On Jeju, wild bracken is commonly gathered from March to May, so we're kind of maybe on the tail end here. I could be wrong, but I think we're pushing toward the end. And the young stems are later blanched and dried for use through the year. Ihan says, my mom has gone hunting. Ooh, tell us about your hunt. I'll talk about my hunt. You tell us about your hunt. Okay, you want to snap or cut it, right? Do not rip it out of the ground or the root. Break the tender stem above ground. Don't dig around the underground, what's that called? The rhizome root system. That damages the patch and can also make, I'm just picking a little argument, much weaker if someone kept, if they catch you messing up the area. That's true. And avoid dirty zones. You don't want to pick near roadsides, sprayed fields, construction areas, dump sites, heavy dog walking areas, or anywhere that could be chemically treated. Yeah. Gosari is not worth a mystery poison side dish. Yes, that's true. That's true. Field safety. Yes, this is super important, actually. Don't go gosari hunting yourself in like a horror movie. Yes, always take a buddy. The buddy system, guys. I mean, how important is that? Really, really, really. Jeju has real, quote, people got lost picking gosari incidents, right? In April 2026, Jeju authorities reported 44 bracken-related incidents over 3 weeks, including 40 lost person cases and 4 injuries. And there were also snake bite reports. Yes, these gosari, they like to be in the thick of it. So do snakes. And snakes, we could do an episode on that, on kind of dangerous animals around the island. Jeju has a couple dangerous snakes on the island that love the same area that the gosari is. Of course, bring a phone with a battery, maybe bring an extra battery, clothes. Oh, I like this one. Dress like you're going into tick country because you are. Yes, absolutely. Jeju is tick country. It's going to be, from what I understand, it's going to be a rough year this summer when it comes to ticks, right? KDCA especially lists wild vegetable foraging, including bracken and tick-borne disease risk activity. They recommend long sleeves, long pants, hat, neck, scarf, gloves. That also helps you protect you from just the natural toxins of other plants, but also the sun, but also, yes, ticks as well. Maybe use some tick repellent as well. Someone says, can you take me? Is that Ihan? Yeah, we could go. Maybe I don't know the good spots. I want to talk about my hunt, actually. You can tuck your pants into your socks. It looks silly, but that helps prevent creepy crawlies from crawling into your boots there. Afterwards, clothes off, shower, tick check, right? KDCA recommends shaking off and washing clothes right after coming home. And then, just check your conditions. How are you doing? Yes. Okay. So there you go. Talking about my hunt, we had a friend who was a very skilled gosari hunter. And he had a spot that really only he knew. And he's like, okay, you're not telling anybody else, and this is how it is. You gotta have a guy or a girl or a gal or somebody who has a spot, and then you keep that quiet. You keep it to yourself. You do not tell anybody else. You can say you're going gosari hunting, but you don't say where you go, because word will just spread and they will just go to that spot. So he took us to a really cool, like a little odom, and we went. We were late, but the sun was already coming up. He was ready to go super early, because you want to get there in the early, when there's still morning dew. And it was super fun. It was so fun. Of course, he was a fantastic guide. We saw like wild horses and stuff roaming around, which is super fun. But yeah, the gosari is just like they just kind of stick up. They just kind of stick out of the ground like this. And when you know it, you see it, right? And it really kind of sticks up almost like a little sore thumb or like a little curled green finger. And you know it's a gosari. And it'll be kind of in the middle of like maybe some foliage or some like thorny patch. Of course, the best ones are like deep in the thorns. And you go and you snip it and you grab it and you're like, hey, you're like, you kind of show like you caught like a massive fish, depending on the size. But I can totally see how people can get lost, because the thing is, like, you're actually off the trail. You go off the trail, and then you're kind of in the bush. You're in the bush, and the bush is up. It can be up to your waist, sometimes up to your shoulders, and you're down on your knees, and you're hunting for the gosari, and you're snipping. You're like, ooh, another one, snip. Ooh, another one, snip. Ooh, another, and you keep going, and you're zigzagging back and forth, and you're collecting, and then boop, you kind of stick your head up out of the bush, and you don't see, everybody's gone. Because one, their heads are down hunting, or two, you could be just straight up lost. And then here, after an hour of doing this, you're just zigzagging in the bush. You're off the trail, and you don't know where you are, right? And that's how people can get lost. So you have to have your phones ready. You should have at least a battery pack to keep that charged, keep that going, because I could very easily see how it's easy to get lost. So yes, to be careful, okay? All right, everybody. So if you do go gosari hunting, please take a buddy, and please be dressed up for the sun and the elements and ticks and mosquitoes. Yeah, those mosquitoes are starting to, one of those little, one of those zebra dudes, the ones that like are the white stripies, those are Those mosquitoes, I really have not nice things about those particular versions. I saw one of them flying around my head when I was in the garden the other day. So be on the lookout for insects and snakes and all that stuff, ticks when you're going gosari hunting. Okay. All right. Why don't we move on? Okay. Next one. This is fun. This is a fun one. This right here, this next song is cool because this is a debut. This is the debut. I'll put up the little play beep, by C.Cle or Crimsonclient, aka Crimsonclient and Joon Lee. They're two good friends of mine, fantastic performers. C.Cle is a hip hop artist and a rapper who writes his own lyrics, does his own stuff. And Joon Lee is a fantastic vocalist and also an incredible guitar player. We're going to feature a video with the both of them, and it is called Bar Talk. And this is cool because this is actually called a oneer. This is a oneer where the music video is shot in a single take. So you'll see there's no edits, there's no cuts to a different camera. It's all one shot. So if you watch this video, take a look of how it's all done in a single thing. I've made videos with some of my students and we talked about editing and using different cameras and different shots and everything. And you kind of put it together in post in editing. But this is all done with a single camera in a single shot. So do check it out. Also, the music's fantastic too. So yes, this is C.Cle, aka Crimsonclient with Joon Lee, Bar Talk. All right.
술자리에 모여 이런저런 사는 얘기 모두 아저씨가 됐네 몇 살이 아닌 애긴 말을 텄어 벌써 그렇게 됐니 어느 지점에서 갈라서 DB became different I'm still doing music 여전히 꿈을 주는 중 그래서 니들보단 덜 늙었어요 비추 축의금이 없어 내 결혼식에 가지 못했단 얘긴 참아 하지 못한 채 비우는 술 따먹는 농담한 게 한 이야기 꽃밭 조금씩 겉돌기 시작한 내 스토리라인 더 이상 깊이 끼어들지 못하고 입 대신 귀 비중을 늘리려 했지만 커졌지 거리감 내 이야기는 사지 못한 친구들의 공감 내 이야기가 안 팔려 내지 못했던 술값 어디에도 끼어들 틈이 보이지 않았던 이야기 책장 비워진 술 대신 채워진 이런저런 생각들
Don't wake me up Falling out of the scene Are we still in a dream? Must be some kind of scheme Don't leave me alone Don't leave me alone Don't leave me alone Don't leave me alone Are we still in a dream?
Yeah, 무슨 가사를 쓰지 이것저것 그저 후보들을 세우고 하나씩 지워 Yeah, 이건 너무 딥해 이건 내 얘기가 아닌데 이건 내 공을 산 뒤에 남은 건 넌 음악을 하기 전 Listen no one 여슬적인 음악을 들으면 가슴에 와닿았었는데 음악을 시작하고 나서 달라져버린 감성 rock code I just follow my own 너와 입는 옷 쓰는 말 가치관이 달라졌는데 어떻게 내 음악에 너에게 닿을까 날 음악으로 이끌었던 뮤지션들은 어떻게 했을까 세상과 어떻게 잘 지낼까 그냥 실력이 없는 걸까 재능이 없는 걸까 애초에 맞지 않은 옷을 억지로 입었던 걸까 떠들썩한 술자리 속 이런저런 생각 들키기 전에 먼저 집에 가고 싶다 집에 가면 무슨 가사를 쓸까
Don't wake me up Falling out of the scene Are we still in a dream? Must be some kind of scheme Don't leave me alone
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 Don't leave me alone And are we still in our dream?
That was C.Cle and Joon Lee, Bar Talk. I apologize. I said C.Cle, it's C.Cle. I said that into my head like 20 times last night. It's not C.Cle, it's C.Cle, like icicle, like cool, right? C.Cle. So apologies, C.Cle, aka Crimsonclient and Joon Lee, Bar Talk. So that was their debut, and they were more than happy to share their library. He's got a massive library, and C.Cle has been doing this for a very long time. And he makes his own lyrics, writes his own lyrics and his own beats and stuff. And he's fantastic. So we are very happy to have both he, C.Cle, and Joon Lee on the GECKO Radio team. Very cool. Okay, moving on to Jeju Morning News Briefing. That's right, we're back, and now it's time for Jeju Morning News Briefing. Here we go, beep boop. Okay, let me make that a little bit bigger. That's kind of too small. Whoop. Okay, nice. Okay, so here we go. We got an inspiring art exhibition is coming to Jeju. A joint exhibition titled Cradle will run from May 16th to 31st at the Jeju International Peace Center. Okay. The exhibition brings together students. Oh, this is cool. Wow. This exhibition brings together students from international schools in Jeju, including NLCS Jeju, SJA Jeju, and KIS Jeju, along with young artists with disabilities from across Korea. That's fantastic, you guys. That's awesome. Okay, so this is going to be an exhibition from May 16th to the 31st at the Jeju International Peace Center. That's amazing. That's amazing. So if you are from the GEC and you're listening, you got to go to this. You got to go. In total, 36 students, 36, are participating, showcasing around 40 works, including paintings, installations, and video pieces. Several Jeju-based student artists are also featured, with some already gaining national recognition. That's very cool. Okay, one participant has even placed for 3 consecutive years in Korea's national art competition for artists with disabilities. Wow. The exhibition was organized by a student from NLCS Jeju. Fantastic. I'd like to find out who that is. That's awesome. That's a student from NLCS who founded a nonprofit group focused on bringing together artists with and without disabilities. Whoever this student is, we're going to find you out, and we're going to talk about you, because that is amazing stuff. Good job, NLCS student. The goal is to explore how different perspectives can coexist within a shared artistic theme. The titled Cradle, the exhibition reflects on fragile structures, from belief systems to patterns we rely on, and invites viewers to see the world through diverse creative lenses. Oh, very cool. Cradle. Here's the poster here, and then if I zoom it in a little bit more, okay, we can actually see the details. Here's the dates here. It looks like all the names of the students at the bottom. That's fun. That is great. That's super cool. Awesome. Put together by a student. I mean, that's as good as it gets, especially with these GEC student artists. Very cool. Okay. So let's see. Admission is affordable and it's free for Jeju residents. Okay. That's one of the perks about being a Jeju resident, people. Yes, is like you get massive discounts, and some stuff is just straight up free. But it's cool. Like some places will be like the entry fee will be like 1,000원, and then like, we get it reduced by like, 100원. But still, you gotta get any discount you can. Come on, in this economy. So yes, admission is affordable and it's free for Jeju residents, making it a great opportunity experience meaningful community-driven art right here on the island. So that's fantastic. That's great news. That's great news to hear. That also kind of blends in with what's going around the GEC as well. So very cool. Okay, moving on. Beep, beep. Okay, look at here. What do we see here? Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, so this looks like it's something to do, and it's a concern about concerning update about one of Jeju's dolphins. Okay, so a young Indo-Pacific bottlenose dolphin known as Sendori has once again been spotted entangled in fishing gear just weeks after breaking free from earlier debris. That's kind of an issue, and Neela does not like random fishing debris floating around Jeju. We don't either. Nobody likes that, right? We really have to thank the ploving crews, the divers who volunteer, the free divers who are going and they're volunteering. And I did it once, and it's super fun and intense. And they pick up the trash out of the ocean. Like they have some really amazing footage of them doing that kind of stuff. So yes, unfortunately, Sendori has once again been spotted entangled in fishing gear just weeks after breaking free from earlier debris. Okay, according to marine researchers and filmmaker Oh Seung-mok, the dolphin was seen on May 5th off the coast of Jongdari in Guja, on the northeast side of Jeju. And this time, a fishing line appears to be caught around one of its pectoral fins. Okay. Sendori has already been recovering from a serious earlier injury. The dolphin was first found last December entangled in abandoned fishing gear, and by February has suffered severe damage, most of its dorsal fin due to prolonged entanglement. In March, it was finally seen swimming free again, showing signs of recovery, which made this latest sighting specifically disheartening. Yes, and actually, Sendoli showed up in a video with my wife. Okay, JY filmed on April 28th, just about 10 days ago, swimming alongside his mother. Oh, that was the baby. Okay, yes. He seemed to be doing okay at the time. You could see the damage to his pectoral fin from an earlier entanglement, but he was moving well and swimming normally. This is not good. This is not good. I don't want to be too graphic about how this is bad, but we should be real here. We should be honest here. So here's the thing: what happens when fishing line gets caught in a fish's fin or an animal's fin, sea turtle's fin? What happens is the line is so fine that it gets caught on your shoulder, right? Let's imagine you're swimming through the ocean and the fishing line is kind of like caught on your shoulder here. But as you're swimming up and down, that causes the fishing line to go up and down. And what that does is causes an abrasion, right? Rubbing over time. And this is really grotesque, but we should talk about the truth of it. It literally slowly and very painfully saws through the flesh until it will cut cleanly through the fin, which is really, really sad to hear. I really hope that, I hope they stop dumping fishing line into the ocean, right? I hope fishermen just stop doing that. Like, don't do that, bro. Stop it. And two is if the experts can somehow get a hold of poor Sendori and try to free this fishing line. But yes, sad story, super sad. Officials from Jeju National University Whale and Marine Animal Conservation Research Center say they have been closely monitoring the dolphin and will continue to track its condition and respond if necessary. So if it gets super serious, they're gonna have to take desperate measures here. This is a young dolphin as well. So the thing is with swimming, if the dolphin also has trash attached to it, that creates drag, which makes it swim slower than the rest of its pod, than the rest of its family. So it has to exert more energy. So it's just bad all around. I hope they can really save this dude. The case is a reminder of the ongoing risks marine life face from discarding fishing gear in Jeju waters. I don't want to get too heated about that because there are plenty of fishermen who just dump stuff in the water, and that is totally not cool. I know you guys don't do it. I know you don't do it. Okay. But let's knock it off, everybody. Come on. I mean, it's getting caught up in sea turtles and fish and now baby dolphins. I mean, come on. All right. Moving on to a slightly brighter story here today. That's pretty okay. Tangerine blossoms are beginning to bloom across the island, quietly signaling the arrival of May. Yes, we were walking the dogs yesterday, and I was looking out and I was like, hey, look at that. And you can even smell it. You can smell the blossoms coming in. Smells really good. Yes. The timing is similar to last year, though slightly later than usual, with full bloom expected around mid-May. These blossoms are one of Jeju's signature signs of season. Yes, we have some, I mean, they're pretty beat up, but we have some gyul trees outside, and the buds kind of look like little popcorn kernels before they're like popped, just like these little white popcorn kernels scattered across the trees. We're excited because they're going to open up. They're going to bring in bees and butterflies. We love that stuff. The timing is similar to last year, though slightly later than usual, with full bloom expected around mid-May. These blossoms are one of Jeju's signature signs of the season. Their scent spreads far and wide, gently wrapping the island in a sweet, citrusy fragrance. If you're hiking Ole, yes, you're going to be hiking past these fields. It hits you like a wall. A beautiful, sweet, delicious wall. It's a unique kind of aroma, soft, fresh, and slightly green. The kind that makes say, yeah, I literally just said that. This is so crazy. I just said that before reading it in the script. Yes. Before you know it, you're walking through it, breathing it in, and just soaking it all up. Among all fruit blossoms, tangerine flowers are known for their especially rich scent, one that seems to settle in and bring in a quiet sense of calm. I'm looking forward to that when I let the dogs out to pee in the morning at 5:30 in the morning for that blossom scent to hit me. I'm looking forward to that. Bees are going to come in, busy at work. We already got tons of flowers here already. Looking to buy some more flowers for my garden. I'm a middle-aged man, so that's what I do. I garden. And so if you find yourself near a tangerine farm this week, take a moment, because this is one of those little Jeju moments that only comes around once a year. Okay, so when we come back, it's time for What's Cooking, Jeju. We got another local favorited lineup for this week. Simple, full of flavor, and perfect for this time of year. So stick around, because you might just find your next meal inspiration right here on GECKO Radio. Okay, so we're going to play next. Why don't we do... Ooh, this one's intense, an intense one, but it's super fun. This is CYRRCA 144.
라리다리다리 내 모습 보지마 나는 비슷하진 않아 오케이 따라해 봐봐 라리다리다리 내 모습 보지마 나는 비슷하진 않아 오케이 따라해 25 G's lay out on the decks 225 just a barbell press got need for speed but you know I don't sweat pass the acid test with finesse 144 bars and I do not digress accuracy nothing but net game match set head shape punk like a monk in Tibet levitate like a monk in Tibet elevate state technique flawless pure undiluted and unprocessed jet fuel incense on the beat flight deck pro projects ain't gotta flex money's on me if I gotta make bets I must confess undoubtedly blessed holistic mystic Ganesh on my neck spirit floating third eye open LASIK glow flows with serotonin 50th generation Roman top of the mountain might be Conan lonely swordsman holy rolling never zoned out always honing lotus mode ever unfolding poetic rolling aesthetic golden 라리다리다리 내 모습 보지 마 나는 비슷하진 않아 오케이 따라해 봐봐 라리다리다리 내 모습 보지 마 나는 비슷하진 않아 오케이 따라해 Donnie Bravo. Good go on the decks. SCR where I cash my sets. On the list, not a guest. I'm an OG. I don't need sound check. 144 bars and I do not digress. Accuracy, nothing but net. Game, match, set. Head shape punk like a monk in Tibet. Frost out Egyptian gauze. Digital man in tuned in gauze. Digital man pure golden bars. Avante whip cause I ball so hard. Watch my words but not my visage. That's not a flaw, yeah, that's just floss. Babe, I got effect, I don't need no cause. Frequent flyer. Stealth with the M with the MI6. Cloud mist shrouding it in my kicks. VO2 max got lungs like fish. No stems, no seeds, no sticks. Kids, home run swing thing, Sammy Sosa. Please no OJ in my mimosa. Champagne flows, a lyrical roller coaster. Lyrical holy roller, pinnacle composer. Cross the code, pop fresh like soda. Release the force like Yoda. CYRRCA, I will be ever who I wanna be. Stardusted up, I'm sparkling. So sick, I need to hit the pharmacy. So quick, spinning in the harmony. A bit motion sick, but I'm on the beat. 25 G's lay out on the decks. It won't bounce if I wrote that check. All the funds I need, don't sweat. Pass the credit test with finesse. 144 bars and I do not digress. Accuracy, nothing but net. Game, match set. Head shape punk like a monk in Tibet.
우리 했어?
Meet me more. You are listening to GECKO Radio in the morning. Bleep, bleep, bloop.
Wow, if you weren't awake before, you're awake now. 144, 144 by CYRRCA. That one was fun. That was an intense one. I just wanted to look at the chat here. This is going back to gosari hunting. Ihan says, my dad had a patient who got a snake bite during gosari hunting. Yep. Yes, you see, it's real. It really happens. Be careful out there. And we say, thanks, Anna, aka Chimpanzee, for tuning in. No chimp emoji. There are some... really? Oh, well, yeah, I guess we're being very accurate here because she's got a silverback gorilla and it looks like an orangutan, but no chimps, no bonobos, nothing like that, no gibbons. Welcome back. Okay. Once again, we are actually, we switched times. We're only going to go until 8 o'clock, just to keep the scripts tight. And once we get super comfortable, we'll see if we can lengthen out the scripts, but we're just going to do an hour from this point on. So 7 to 8 o'clock, which means we don't have a lot of time left. So let's move on to our special for our Thursdays. What's cooking? Jeju doobie doo doop a doop doobie doo doop. But I don't have a song, so I think we should have one. You know what I mean? Maybe like a 1950s bop, you know? Okay, so here we go. Beep. This is what we're talking about, and it totally makes sense because we've been talking about gosari hunting. We're going to talk about gosari yukgaejang. Yay! Jeju style pork yukgaejang. Okay, quick refresher. Okay, yukgaejang, I mean, like, a lot of you mothers are just like, bro, I know what that is, okay? It's traditionally a spicy shredded beef soup from the mainland, but here in Jeju, beef wasn't as common historically, so locals adapted to using pork and paired it with seasonal ingredients like gosari or bracken fern or what was that called? Fiddleheads? Yeah. And right now is exactly the time for it. So spring, from late March through April and into early May, gosari season in Jeju. People head out to pick it fresh. That earthy, slightly nutty flavor is what makes this dish so special. So we do step by step here. Let me see. Can I move this down? There we go. And then we'll put this on. There, nice. So we have ingredients, right? So it says here 300 to 400 grams of pork. Shoulder or belly works best. A mix is great. And then 1 to 2 cups of gosari, soak if dried or fresh. Okay, bean sprouts, a handful. And then we have green onions, garlic. We have gochugaru. Okay, there's something else I didn't put in here. Soy sauce, sesame oil, salt and pepper, and water or anchovy broth. So just look at here, plus soy sauce, plus sesame oil, plus salt and pepper, and plus water or anchovy broth, okay? I don't know why I did not put that in there, but please, that's for the ingredients, okay? So when it comes to the actual recipe itself, first, you got to make the pork broth. You add pork to a pot with water and garlic. Simmer for about 30 minutes until the meat is cooked and tender. Take the pork out and let it cool just enough to handle. Then shred it by hand. That shredding step actually matters. By hand, okay? It's still be I like this. It still be hot. So give it a minute just until it's cool enough to pull it apart safely. Now you keep the broth. That's your bait. So keep the broth, okay? Moving on here, step 2 is you prep the gosari. If dried, soak until soft and cut into bite-sized pieces. Fresh Jeju gosari, if you have it, is even better, more flavor and more texture because, oh, okay. Actually, I made that to be stacked. Beep, boop. Okay. You season the pork. You toss the pork in the gochugaru and soy sauce, garlic, and a bit of sesame oil. Okay. This is where that deep, spicy flavor starts building, and then stir fry for depth. in the pot, lightly stir fry the seasoned pork, add the gosari, and cook together for a few minutes. This step really brings out that rich, savory aroma. Okay, so that's step 2 to 4. And moving on, here we go. Now you build the soup. Now you pour that broth back in that you made before. Then you add bean sprouts and let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then you finish it off. You add chopped green onions, adjust seasoning to taste, I'm sure, and let it all come together. And that's what you get. You get something uniquely Jeju. It's still got that bold, warming spice of yukgaejang, but with pork. Because again, Jejuites, Jeju Saram, actual Jeju folks, beef was a hot commodity, and it was rare. So pork, it's a little richer, a little softer, and the gosari gives it that unmistakable spring earthy depth. Okay, so if you want to taste Jeju in May, then give this bowl a try. I know I definitely have some like very good chefs on the chat right here. So why don't you try that out? Go for it. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Again, we're just running until 8 o'clock, but thanks for joining us. Here, let me take off these recipes here. But if you you can, if you want to hear this again, all this is recorded and it's put onto the live tab in our YouTube channel. So do check it out. Yeah, so there we go. We just want to really thank all the artists that have helped us out: Crimsonclient, Joon Lee, U싸이드, Moher, Wednesday Off, Parasol Wave, Zenalone, Matthew Smith. And the thing is, like, our artist list is growing like by the day. Every day we're securing 1 or 2 like new artists who are more than happy to let us use their work. So our library is going to expand. It's going to expand into different genres. Right now the kind of music we have is like country and folk and alternative, but now we have some hip hop and techno electronic. There's a ska dude, a guy who plays ska that we want to get on. I was kind of thinking about actually securing artists is like catching Pokemon. You know what I mean? It's like, haha, I got our first like country artist. I'm trying to collect all these artists to use, so it's super fun. Let's see. We have I am S Hong 90 joined a little bit late, but she does say she loves gosari yukgaejang. Yeah, and play back this video. We got the full recipe for you. So yes, thank you for joining us today for this Thursday. We did have some weird things that happened, but that happened last Thursday. So Thursday's the day that weird things happen. But if you look here, can you guys see this? What I found in the garden yesterday? Yeah, big fat 4-leaf clover. So luck is on everybody's side. If you watch this episode today, you are being blessed by this luck, this 4-leaf clover luck. There you go. You get it, and you get it. I'm like Oprah with 4-leaf clover. Okay. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll be here tomorrow, and it's going to be our weekend stuff. So it's going to be super packed with weekend events. So yes, thank you so much. Thank you to the local businesses, and thank you to our writer, and also my dog who's barking in the background. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So please take all that luck. We're going to finish things off with this song. This song, whenever I play it, whenever I hear it once, it stays in my head the entire day. And you're going to know what I'm talking about. It is Bosudongcooler and Hathaway, 2 different bands, and the song is World Tour. And you're going to immediately, it's going to stick in your head because it's like do 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 do, and you're going to be doing that on repeat for days. So I apologize, but it's also an amazing song. So here we go. This is Bosudongcooler and Hathaway to play us out. World Tour. Bye, guys. See you on Friday.
커다란 비행기에 몸을 실어 넣은 술에 취해 설레는 우린 서로의 귀에
again